Good morning, students. You are welcomed in online class, dear student. As you know that your chapter number 7 is very large and there are too many topics. In previous class, we have started about the biodiversity in the living organism. So diversity in living organism. So in the chapter of the diversity in living organism, dear students, so we have discussed about the classification, what are the basis of classification, as well as we have also discussed about the classification and evolution, how they are linked, means classification and evolution, how they are linked to one another. After that, I have discussed the topic of there are 5 kingdom classification which was given by the R.H. Whittaker, and according to that the R.H. Whittaker has given the 5 kingdom of classification. So the Monera, Protista, Algae, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. So dear student, in that context of the Monera, in the previous class we have discussed that all the prokaryotic cell are present into the Monera. All bacteria are present into the Monera kingdom, like Archaebacteria, Anubacteria, Methanogen bacteria, Thermoacidophiles, Methanogens, and we have also discussed that what are the types of the bacteria on the basis of its structure. When it is in the round shape, it has the coccus, bacillus, coma-shaped, Vibrio spirillum. Spiral is called the spirillum, and Sarcina. And we have also discussed the on the basis of its the number of round shaped bacteria. If it round shaped bacteria in one, they are called the monococcus, 2 are diplococcus, triplococcus, tetracoccus and Sarcina. So like that. So dear student, today we have the topic the protista, another kingdom of the classification given by R.H. Whittaker के जो द्वारा दिया गया है. So dear student, protista and fungi. So dear student, today is the topic protista, and what are the fungi and what are its characteristics. So dear students, when we start about the protista, another kingdom of the of your chapter, so given by the R.H. Whittaker, this is the characteristic. All the protista are eukaryotic. So eukaryotic means that you means true and karyons means nucleus. This type of the living organism, the organism of this space kingdom have the true nucleus, and it has also membrane bound cell organelles are present into it. So it has the photosynthetic pigment like the chlorophyll, so they can make their own food. They are the autotrophic as well as primarily they are the aquatic. The kingdom species of this kingdom are primarily aquatic, means they live into water. And after that examples are the slime molds, the protozoans. Proto means the first, zones means animals are under this protista. So dear students, in the protista kingdom, protista, so it has the, I have told, the well defined nucleus and other membrane bound organelles are present. So it has the some appendages, means outgrowth at its outer surface of its body. So these appendages are outgrowth are in the form of flagella or cilia. Flagella, appendages. So these are helpful in the food capturing and the locomotions. So dear students, so these are also a species of protista are also living being. So they need the nutrition for survival, for their life process. So these are the autotrophic because they can make their own food, and the some are heterotrophic as well as. So when they are heterotrophic, they take their food from the other animals. So they depend upon the other animals for their food, for their nutrition. Sometimes they are also autotrophic as well, the heterotrophic. So they are performing the both type of the characteristic, autotrophic as well the heterotrophic mode of nutrition in case of euglena. And reproduction is asexually by the body parts they can reproduce to another protistans, and they also reproduce by the sexually by the process involving cell fusion as well as the zygote formation. When they have the zygote formation when they have the sexual reproduction. Example are algae, diatoms, chrysophytes and protozoans. These are the examples of the protista kingdom species or organism. And when we talk about the diatoms, they live into the bottom of the sea, diatoms, and their outer body is cell wall, which is made of the silica. When the cell wall becomes older and older, billions of years, so they release this cell wall. It has the silica into it. They deposit at the bottom of the surface. So the like the earth dust particle, these are deposited at the bottom of the sea. So these are called the diatomaceous earth. These are gritty in nature. They are the porous. They can use in polishing, filtration and oils and syrup. So dear students, the some examples of protistans are this is the paramecium, the figure of paramecium. When we talk about the paramecium, this is the water vacuole, this is the hair-like structure cilia, this is the oral groove, this is the macronucleus and micronucleus. There are two types of the nucleus, cytosomes. This is the food vacuole and these are the cytopyle. The most important work of cilia is for the locomotion. Oral groove is responsible for taking the food particles. The cytosomes is also responsible for capturing the food, and this food are being digested and sent into the food vacuole. They release the food enzymes and the food is digested. When the food is fully digested, these are assimilated all parts of the body, and ultimately the cytopyle has the work. They discharge the waste materials from the body parts of the paramecium. And this is the figure of the simple unicellular living organism, the amoeba. They have the two layers, ectoplasm outer, endoplasm, and after that this is the mitochondria for the energy generation. This is the food vacuole and this is the nucleus for the cell functions. And after that these are the structure of the, this is the pseudopodia. This pseudopodia is in the form of locomotion. So dear student, downward this is the figure of Euglena. Euglena has the photoreceptor. They can trap the light and they perform the photosynthesis. It is the chloroplast. So they can perform the work of the photosynthesis. They can act as the autotrophs. And this is the nucleus for the controlling all activity of the cell. This is the contractile vacuole and this is the eye spot. This is for the sensory vision, and this is the flagella for the locomotions. So they have the two type of the pigments. One pigment, this is for the photosynthesis, another they depend on other food, they capture their food with the help of flagellum. So dear students, these were the topics. Thank you, have a nice day. We will see another video and the discussion in the next video. Thank you for have a nice day.